Welcome back to Nigel Notes. Today we found out when Dima's funeral is going to be. I'm going to make silly faces at you because that's what I do on camera. I don't know what I do off camera, probably mope. Uh, mm, how do I feel about that? I don't know. I did think about, like, should I go? Should I not go? I am going to go, but in general, I'm not a fan of funerals, neither funeral homes nor um, cemeteries. Never liked cemeteries. This is the person who managed to avoid and will keep avoiding going to their grandparents' graves. Like, I don't know where they are. I don't want to know where they are. I feel like there's a finality there that I don't want to deal with. Like, as long as I don't see the gravestone, they're right next to me. Бабуленька, дедуленька, Саша. Еще разные личности. Um, just so my grandma, my grandpa, my uncle, and others. Um, I hope it's not an open casket because my grandma had an open casket and my grandpa had an open casket and I had like a so it's not open caskets in Jewish tradition, but like we had open caskets. Maybe it's the Russian tradition, probably. It's a very weird feeling. Like the person lying in the casket is not the person you loved. It's like I remember both of my grandfather was the first person. This was in 2008 that I um, attended a funeral for, and so like when we got to the hospital, my grandpa was still warm. He had died like maybe 20 minutes before that, maybe even less, and I rushed to him and I hugged him, and he was still warm, and I could still feel him, and he was still there. And then when we got to the funeral, and we didn't do it the right way, like the day after. This is like the way the Jewish tradition dictates. And I was like, this is a farce. This funeral thing is a farce. This is not grandpa in the casket. Like, I don't know what we're doing here. Like, that was my internal feeling. Because I felt grandpa, but not in that box. Um, I had the same feeling when my grandmother died. Like, um, she was there, but it wasn't her. But I guess I had been more used to it, and like I was like, okay, this is how we do funerals. Okay then. And then they both got cremated, and I've never been to a cemetery. I don't like cemeteries. There are some people who are like, oh my god, how nice. This is like a park. My grandpa liked cemeteries. It's like a park with, I don't know, like little homes for dead bodies for the dead. And I'm like, the only thing interesting about cemeteries is like, I guess they're gravestones from different time periods. So you're like Um, you get to see them, their styles, or like it's interesting to see what family has written about people and like look at how old people were. But like, not a fan of cemeteries. Totally like not. So, um, for a micro moment, I considered not going. Mm, this is a cup that Dima has given me. He had two, and I was like, "Oh, I love this cup." And she's like, "Have it." I'll show you next time what it says. It's not very kosher. Um, so drinking my coffee. Dima loved his coffee. Oh my god, Dima loved coffee. He would leave the house in the morning, go downstairs to the best coffee shop nearby, and buy himself a coffee and croissant. And when we would do that, he couldn't buy me a croissant. I think we got me something gluten free once. But I was like, don't worry about it. I'll have eggs at home. Mm. And he would just get, would he get just the black? I don't remember. I think he would just get himself a black coffee. And I would be like, I want a decaf oat latte. If anyone wants to get me a drink, decaf oat latte. Extra hot. So, also at the time I was doing like no caffeine. I was like, I want to be pure. I want to see what my body is doing. I want to see how it's feeling. Yeah, that one time, or maybe it was more than one time. Definitely left the house, went to the corner of 6th, and I always want to keep saying he lived the 23rd, but that's not where he lived. It's between 26th and 27th, I think. And there's like, you could stop by the coffee shop if you want and have a coffee over there. Anyway, also to attend the funeral, I have to change the time of my iron infusion. So I reached out to the doctor today and I was like, do it Thursday or Wednesday, but not Friday. I'm busy. I have some like stress over how I'll behave at that funeral. I don't know how people are supposed to behave at funerals. I was going to wear something exciting. I was going to wear this black dress. Like, if Dima was there, that's what I'd wear. I have this black dress and like black netting, like exciting netting, and like and a huge decolletage. I I was going to go like that to a poetry reading that um we were going to showcase the poems that I wrote about him at, but we never ended up going. So I have to find a poetry reading to do it at, and I have to wear that dress. I just do. That's a Nadia dress. That's what Nadia wants to wear. Don't worry, I'll show you the dress. Um, I was told by some people who watch my videos not to smile all the time because it looks incongruent with what I'm talking about. Um, I was smiling because I'm a great fan of Greta Garbo. If you haven't seen any of her movies, go back and watch. They're incredible. And so, what Greta Garbo was amazing at is she had presence. Like, you're watching her on screen, but you swear that she's standing right next to you. And so, part of the reason for the smiles was it gives energy. It like gives energy to whoever's watching. And being an artist, I think that's the biggest gift that art can give people. So in dramatic arts, we are giving the audience the ability to live through the feelings that we're living through on stage. In poetry, poetry's feeling condensed into into, words. Music is also about energy. It's not about music is pure energy. It's like it's like pure energy. And what else? Dance is pure energy. I guess maybe I have an answer why I prefer to smile on videos, because that's pure energy. It's like a vibrato, constant vibrato at a particular frequency. So somehow I determined that that's the frequency where, regardless of what I'm saying, the energy is vibrating where I want it to vibrate, which is like, yes, we're talking about something sad. Yes, things are difficult, but like, if at the same time you can experience that flow on a different plane, whatever is being said, you're still okay because you're being held by the emotion. Let me know if that's coming across, or if this is also fine. This is like more toned down. This is like more real in a sense. And the other one is more performance, or also real, but just like me in a different state. Like, let's vibrate together, vibrato. Mm. That um I guess I would like, if I were to be remembered for something, that would be for the vibrato. What, it wasn't ever null, it wasn't ever void, my presence. It was vibrato. I'm alive, you're alive, let's be alive together. um Thank you for watching. I should have said in the middle, I keep forgetting. I will say it more often. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. And I hope that whatever you're dealing with, that you can reach out to someone who can support you. Another thing I remembered, but maybe I'll continue this in the next video, is that the state in which I'm making the video also depends on what I was doing right before. So, for example, when I'm in a sacred space like a cathedral, or after some kind of sacred discussion, my energy is at a different level than at other times. And so then I just project that energy. Maybe I'm always playing music. Maybe I'm always still playing music and still dancing, because all of those things are just about energy and about the feeling that you want to give to the audience. Not so like, and usually verbally I do writing. And so maybe this is finally where the nonverbal art and the verbal art comes together for me. And I really appreciate you watching this. Have a blessed, blessed, blessed day.